Hi, I'm Justin. I'm a horror author, and I'm going to read you the first chapter of my book, North Pole. This is the old cover, and this is the new cover. Now available on my website for $4.99. Chapter 1. Carry moonbeams home in a jar. An evergreen forest, silent with snow. Heavy breathing, footsteps running. Karen crashes through the brush onto a trail, picking herself up. She looks over her shoulder. Backing away, gulping in air, brushing her tangled blonde hair from her face. She freezes. Her icy blue eyes scan the trees. A stick snaps, and she runs. From the brush, an explosion of fur bolts after Karen, chasing, darting around the trees, gaining on her. Closer and closer. A blur swats through the air, knocking Karen to the ground. She hits hard. Before she can get up, claws rake over her, shredding her parka. She screams, kicking the creature back. Pushing off the ground, she takes off running. With the shake of its head and a grunt, the creature chases after her. Karen runs hard, the creature closing the distance between them. Slash! Karen screams as her legs tangle underneath her. She falls, tumbling down a hill, crashing through brush and snow, spilling onto the ground at the bottom. Lying on her back, she holds her chest, wheezing. Blood trickles out of her nose. She brushes her hair from her face, revealing her pointy ears. Thud. A shadow covers her. No. She rolls over, crawling. Help! Help me! With trembling hands, Karen pulls herself across the frozen ground. Claws dig into her ankle. She screams as she's jerked backwards, fingers digging ruts in the snow. Help! Blood sprays across the snow. The forest is silent as snowflakes begin to fall. The sun sets over the horizon of a vast expanse of snow and ice, the sky painted in deep purples and gray clouds. The wind rips across the tundra, blowing snow into the air. In the distance, city lights shine. Sleighs drawn by reindeer and snowmobiles cruise over the snow-covered streets, lined with shops, pubs, and bakeries, the side streets stuffed with small cottages and houses. The residents are out and about, laughing and chatting. Some are short, some are tall, but all of them have pointy ears. The door to Tony's Pizzeria and Bar opens and two short elves stumble out. Ralph, curly auburn hair and gold wire-frame glasses, and Phil, skinny with long black hair. We should head over to Mac's. They have dollar pitchers of beer tonight, Ralph says as he digs through his wallet. We could finish one before we have to go back. All right, well, let's walk over to the alley so I can make room. I'm about to pop. Phil yawns, just as a tall, human-sized elf walks by, ripping a fart. Ralph and Phil groan. Jesus, why do they have to do that right in our faces? My mouth was open. It's bad enough having to smell their balls all day. Now they're shitting themselves? Ralph picks up a handful of snow and makes a snowball. Fucking tall boys. He lets it fly. Direct hit, back of the head. Bingo! Phil laughs. Watch where you're crop dusting, asshole. Ralph high-fives Phil. The tall elf turns around, face beet red. I'm gonna fucking kill you two! Oh shit. Phil and Ralph take off running, darting through the crowd. Get back here, you little shits! Eat my dick, tall boy! Ralph yells as he and Phil duck around a corner. Hey, watch it! Phil and Ralph come to an abrupt stop, nearly colliding with Gerard. Oh, sorry, Gerard. Ralph looks over his shoulder. Didn't see you there. Well, you nearly knocked my feet out from underneath me. He adjusts his glasses and his overcoat. Sorry, dude. We'll be careful. Phil and Ralph run off down the alley and around the corner. Gerard nods and continues walking at his usual brisk pace. He waves and greets elves as he heads towards the workshop, a massive factory where thousands of toys are being made by elves and machines. In the woodshop, elves are building dollhouses. In the metal shop, elves weld together bicycle frames. In the forge, elves pour liquid metal into toy car molds. Gerard surveys the work as he walks, exiting through a door that reads, Office, do not enter. Standing by the door is Jenny. She looks up from her tablet and smiles, pushing her glasses up on her nose. Good evening, Gerard. Her black hair is pulled back into a ponytail. Evening, Jenny. How's Donner and Blitzen? She hands him a tall, slender gift box. Doing well. Doc says it'll be a couple of weeks before they're back up to full strength, but they should be just fine. That's good. Geese, huh? Gerard peeks in the gift box. Quite a large flock, from what we gather. Need anything else? Yes, have all the supervision go over their areas one more time. Gerard crosses the room to a round door. Santa's coming. Gerard exits, entering a long foyer. At the opposite end is another round door. In front of the door sits Agnes, an elderly elf at a small desk. Butterfly by Crazy Town, blaring from her large headphones. Gerard swaps half smiles with her. He opens the door behind her. Death metal and the unmistakable sound of sex come roaring into the foyer. Gerard covers his ears and kicks the door shut. Hammer-smashed face by cannibal corpse roars through the spherical office, echoing off the fire engine red walls. Gerard beelines to the stereo, killing the music. The moaning and slapping continue unabated on the huge bed in the center of the room. Santa, sweaty and naked, thrusts behind Laura as she has her face buried between Yara's legs. Both girls are human-sized elves with dark hair covered in tattoos. "Oh, fuck, I'm gonna come!" Yara's eyes roll back in her head. "Ho? Ho?" Laura looks back at Santa. "Oh yeah, fuck me harder." Santa's hands dig into Laura's hips. "Ho!" The girls climax with Santa. He collapses on the bed, raking his gray hair off his forehead. "Thanks, girls." The girls kiss him on each cheek and climb off the bed, gathering their clothes. Breathing heavy, Santa mumbles, "Whiskey." Gerard opens the gift box, pulling out a bottle of Jack Daniels. He hands it to Santa. Turning it up, he spills some on his chest. Yara dives back onto the bed, licking the whiskey from Santa's gray chest hair. This was fun. She kisses Santa on the lips. As Laura pulls her pants on, she smiles at Gerard. "How's my boy doing?" "Still being treated. We expect Donner to make a full recovery. We'll stop by the hospital tomorrow and bring him some carrots. They're his favorite." Yara and Laura walk out. Gerard looks up at the large mural of Santa and Mrs. Claus on the wall behind Santa's desk. Several axes have been thrown into her portrait. "Taking up a new hobby, I see." Santa takes another drink of whiskey. "You said I shouldn't bottle up my feelings." "True, I did say that." He looks at his watch. "Sir, you have inspection in 10 minutes. Santa nods, staring at the portrait. "Do you need any?" Santa turns up the bottle, guzzling. Gerard raises his hands. "I'll be outside." In the workshop, Ralph and Phil are filling teddy bears with stuffing. Ralph slides an empty barrel on the stuffing gun. "I'm saying, the trip was cool. You know I love St. Pete Beach. But we've been doing the same spot forever. Next break, let's go somewhere different." "Like where? West Palm? Daytona?" Phil kicks a full teddy bear into a crate of hundreds of bears. "Denver." "Denver? No beaches." "Right, but there's mountains and snowboarding, and..." Ralph pulls a joint out of his pocket. "They have this. Some of the best shit I've ever smoked." "The hell you say?" Phil looks around. "Light it up." A smile slides across Ralph's face as he pulls a lighter from his pocket. "If you insist." He lights the joint, taking a puff and passing it. Phil takes a drag. Good shit. "Remember Jimmy Ortez? Left here and went to Spain? The guitar guy?" "Yeah, he lives in Denver now. He sent it to me." Phil takes another puff. "We'll tell him to send more." Ralph chuckles. "I already ordered a couple pounds." Here Comes Santa Claus by Elvis starts playing through the PA system. Phil and Ralph roll their eyes. "Well, shit." Ralph puts the joint out. Phil clears his throat, and in his best Santa voice, "Thanks for the hard work." Ralph pats Phil on the back. "Children everywhere, blah, 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 blah." This job blows. Yeah, I wish there was a bar in here. Through a set of double doors, Santa bursts into the workshop, smiling ear to ear. "Ho, ho, ho! How is everyone?" Elves cheer and gather around Santa. "Thank you all so much for another great Christmas. Children all over the world are happy because of your hard work. If it wasn't for your ears, I'd swear I was surrounded by angels." The elves roll their eyes and groan. Santa chuckles. "But don't let this old fat man slow you down. We only have..." He turns and looks at a giant counter on the wall. It reads, "Days till Christmas, 322. 322 days left. So keep up the good work." The elves applaud and return to their toys. Santa walks through the workshop, shaking hands and cracking jokes. Gerard and Jenny stand back and watch as Santa works the room. Hans, a tall, muscular elf with scars on his face, walks up behind Gerard, leaning down into his ear. "I need you to come with me." Gerard looks over his shoulder. "Give me 20 minutes. "No. Now." Gerard scowls at Hans. "It's bad." Gerard looks at Santa, who's chatting up a group of busty elves. "Fine. Let's be quick." Gerard and Hans walk across the straw-covered floor of the stable. The reindeers watch them pass, chewing hay. Laura and Yara dump grain in the trough. "Evening, boys." Yara smiles. Hans smirks back. Gerard nods. "Hello again, ladies." Yara and Laura laugh. Hans slides open the rear door, and he and Gerard exit. Outside, 4 large bearded elves stand next to a sleigh. Gerard nods to them. "Okay, what's this all about?" "My team and I thought it would be best just to show you." Hans waves Gerard to the back of the sleigh. A blanket is covering something large. Hans removes the blanket. Oh my!" Gerard recoils, turning away as he vomits in the snow. That's chapter 1 of North Pole.